Now let's switch gears. As you all know, the widespread use of unstructured supplementary service data, that's USSD, and the ongoing integration of BVN, NIN, and SIM have raised concerns among Nigerians over the safety and integrity of mobile internet and online banking systems in the country. Now, people are fearing that maybe their hard-earned money would be stolen by technically proficient fraudsters, and they're calling for more cybersecurity awareness in the country. And joining us to look at how one can maintain a very high level of security always online is Adedoyin Adedeji. He is the managing partner of Blue Rave Limited, an IT consultancy and project management agency based in Lagos. He is also a cybersecurity expert, and he joins us right here in our Lagos studio. It's a pleasure to have you on the program.
Thank you for having me.
So, of course, I'm sure you must have heard concerns by many Nigerians, with what is recently or with what is currently going on, the unification and bringing together of all of these data. People are scared. Already there was a scare last week that Nigeria's NIMC database was hacked, but the ministry came out to say, oh, nothing of such happened. But I mean, we keep hearing about these things, and people just get paranoid. They get scared. What should we be doing at this point in time?
Well, I think first of all is I just want to commend the federal government for taking this step to start unifying our data points as a country. We've had a lot of fragmented data points from NIMC to voters card to BVN to a driver's license. I mean, it's a whole lot. So I think at some point we would eventually have to get to this point where everything has to be unified. In the angle of security, one thing we have to understand is that because this data has to be unified doesn't mean that there will be threats to people's accounts, really. It's just majorly for identification. When you go to your bank, definitely, for example, for you to do transactions in your bank, there is a level of two-way authentication. Meaning, first of all, you have to log into your banking app or you have to log in into your banking platform. Then most banks provide a token, which you can always use to perform transaction. And if you are using the USSD, usually there's always the USSD code, okay? Where the vulnerability lie really is if you lose your SIM card. Okay, so that's probably where you could probably fall victim. So, but if you don't give out your passwords to anybody and you don't give out your token, I mean, you don't carelessly take your token around or your ATM card, throw it around, I think largely you will be safe, even if they unify the data as we see. But I don't think people should really be too scared about it. They just need to be aware of some of the things they need to do to keep their bank account safe.
Yeah, so, and that's the thing, I mean, because unless it gets to that point where your SIM is missing, or when you walk around, like you said, carelessly with your token, or you perhaps misplace your card. I mean, so it pretty much boils down to the person.
Yes.
So as a person now, I mean, what more? Because apart from all of these things that you made mention of, apart from that, what else can I as an individual do to protect myself from these hackers?
Okay, one of the things I would recommend is, particularly for a lot of young people who take technology for granted too much, one thing I would encourage them to do is, number one, they should be aware of their online activities, what they do online, especially with their cards. Now, a number of times where they get vulnerable is you put your card anywhere online, okay? You're not sure, you just probably want to pay for anything online, you enter your card details online. So you need to be careful. And if you are doing online transaction, a way to save yourself is have like 2 accounts. One account, you can use it for online transactions, such that if you need to do online transaction, you can always transfer money to that account and use that card. But your card where you have majority of your money, that account, I wouldn't really encourage you to use it online. So you can have like 2, 3 accounts where one can just be dedicated for online transactions and all that.
Well, I hope every Nigerian has the capacity to open multiple accounts and then just maintain one for that online transaction. But I have to say thank you for sharing your thoughts on this, and hopefully no one gets hacked if he follows all of these tips. Adedoyin Adedeji, cybersecurity expert.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's where we are. Let's now take a look at the most viewed videos on our YouTube channel in the past week.
This week's top videos begins with a blast from the past as a tanker laden with fuel explodes on the Otedola Bridge in Lagos. It is followed by the EndSARS protest that turned bloody in Edo State. Third sees the abducted boys from Government Science Secondary School, Kankara, being reunited with their families. And second is another blast from the past, this time a raid by the police in 2015, where cultists, rapists and kidnappers were apprehended. While in first is the meeting between President Muhammadu Buhari and the Kankara boys after they were freed by their abductors.
And that's the program this week. Thank you for watching. I'm Victor Matthias. Once again, compliments of the season.